It may look short, but that is a long walk from back there to up here. So, okay, I guess it's time for us to go ahead and to give the awards out for the evening. Okay, so first up, we're going to be announcing the CPAC 2013 YouTube contest winner. Dozens of submissions were received from all over the country, and the first place winner is the University of Georgia College Republicans.
Government is not the solution to our problem.
The wisest use of American strength is to advance freedom.
Conservatism is not about leaving people behind. Conservatism is about empowering people to catch up, to give them the tools at their disposal that make it possible for them to access all the hope, all the promise, all the opportunity that America offers.
Government must draw its strength from the people, and as it drains away this strength, it must inevitably undermine the foundations of self-government.
In 2012, 2 out of 3 of America's youth voted for Obama.
We need our youth to vote for a leader, not a celebrity.
We need to keep America strong against new enemies. For smaller government and lower taxes, an environment is established to promote economic growth.
We conservatives may have lost the battle in 2012, but we must fight on.
We're also going to announce now the essay contest winner. Out of hundreds of submissions, Evan Keegan of Fairport, New York, takes the prize for first place at the CPAC 2013 essay contest. I'd like to invite Evan to the podium to read his winning submission.
Here I am waiting, I'll have to leave soon, why am I holding
Thank you very much. I would first like to thank the American Conservative Union for selecting me to speak in front of you great people today. It is with great honor and pleasure that I am able to represent the next generations of Americans who aspire to recapture the American dream that those before us have had the opportunity to pursue and achieve. Today, this dream is under attack. An attack not by a foreign threat, but a more domestic threat. A government that has overstepped its constitutional and rightful limits. Now, as an informed young American, I add my concern and my call to the collective call for a smaller and more transparent government. A government which both recognizes and abides by the Constitution of the United States, which exists to limit government, not the people. It is for that very reason that I wholeheartedly believe in the conservative movement. I believe that it can be a movement for young Americans and by young Americans. A movement that takes back our American dream that we hold so close to our hearts. Now, the word conservatism is a word with an old and honorable meaning, but can we as conservatives all agree on the same definition? Conservatism, in my opinion, is an obligation to protect and honor America's first and most basic principles as outlined by our Constitution. Although the exact meaning of what conservatism means to each one of us varies, our core message and core principles are the same. We are committed to the ideas that founded our country, and we are ready to preserve them at all costs. What inspires me and my faith in America are people like us, of all ages, genders, and races, that have gathered today to pledge to speak out for our movement and our heritage. For that, I am proud and honored to say that, like you, I am a conservative, and I am ready and willing to fight for our cause. I am a conservative because I believe in preserving traditional American values. I believe that we have had an immense amount of a tremendous amount of wisdom and insight handed down to us that we simply cannot afford to ignore. It is not by chance that our government and our Constitution have effectively lasted over 200 years. As people, technologies, and laws have progressed since 1776, it is now more than ever imperative that we continue to protect and honor the lessons of our founding fathers to remind ourselves of both our national identity and our founding principles. I am conservative because I believe in a constitutionally limited government. I believe that less government equates to more freedom, and that only the greatest amount of freedom can be achieved with the smallest amount of government. I am confident that our founding fathers had it right when they left a large share of power to the states and to us, the people, but still allowed for us to be a strong and united country. I am conservative because I believe in the free market. I believe that the free market better allocates resources than the government could ever hope to do. It is not a coincidence that free markets produce more economic growth, spur more jobs, and create higher standards of living than those systems burdened by overarching government regulation. I am conservative because I believe that lower taxes create more incentive for people to work, save, invest, and engage in this economy. Tax policies should not be used as a means to punish individuals who have benefited from our American dream, nor as an opportunity to promote discontentment from others. I am a conservative because I am not afraid to say that I am proud of the United States of America and everything that it stands for. There is no denying that our country has had a very proud history, and rightfully so. Our founding fathers came over to a rugged land where they successfully built and established their homes, their families, industries, but most importantly, a country that continues to this day to stand for justice, liberty, and opportunity for every human being. I am conservative because I believe in personal responsibility. I believe that we have the power to choose our actions and should be held responsible for our choices. It is far more compassionate and effective to allow citizens to become self-reliant rather than become accustomed to a dependency on the government. And lastly, I am conservative because I believe that we have a moral obligation to protect our freedoms and our liberties, which come not from the government, but are endowed to us by our Creator. To quote our former President Ronald Reagan, freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Now, while many of our core conservative principles will in fact get us on the right track to prosperity, we have to remember not only where we've been as a country, but where we want to go. And that is why I am a conservative who both wants to restore faith in America and put our country in a sustainable position for the future. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless America.